Hello everyone, it's Gigo here and welcome back to the Pram Pram project where we are still busy at the roofing phase, right? So we did the woodworks, is done, and then we went ahead to do the coping, which I explained why we have to do the coping before doing, the roofing sheet. Today we have the roofing sheet, it's completed today, and we also have the cost estimate, and then we will look at the price of the wood and then the roofing sheet that will give us the total cost for this roofing project, which is the Pram Pram project. But before we do the installation of the roofing sheet, like the same thing we did for the coping, we have to do the plastering of the inside. And if we do the installation before we have to do the plastering, meaning the guys have to work on the roofing sheet, which we try to prevent that. I mean, like working on it too much sometimes can create holes, right? So we try to prevent that. So the guys have to quickly do this plastering before the roofing sheet company comes to do. So this is the first tip for today's video, and I just want to share that just in case you are in the same process, try as much as possible to do the the plastering at this side, right? Even if you are not ready to do the whole plastering of the whole house, just this side, just to prevent them from working on the roofing sheet, right? So I just want to mention that.
So, hi everybody. Please, can you give us an update of what is happening? Today, we are here to do the gutter level for the secret roofing, and after that, we have to do plastering and we do the coping at the top, then dressing inside before we have to come and do the roofing. Because without doing it right now, we will not have that chance to climb the roof again to do the dressing for the coping. That is why we are here today to do it. Thank you very much.
So it is advisable to do the plastering and then before the roof comes down. Why is it?
Yeah, because there is no space later on for the capital to go to the top and do it. Because when they finish the roofing, there are going to be some other plastering over there again. So that is why we are doing it right now. Because the carpentry they cannot pass through the window often and often to be taking the roofing sheets to the top. That is why we are doing it. And this is the right time to do it because it's cool weather and some other things so that there will not be a crackage inside the plastering level. That is why after we finish the gutter side, they will come to the roofing that will lead to the gutter the secret gutter side. Then after that, we start plastering from here so that by the time we plaster to the roofing sheet, there will be the mortar joint will cover some of the roofing so that when the rain is falling by the side, there will not be any leakage to the downstep. Then after that, before we come and plaster the inside.
Thank
So fast forward, we have the roofing sheet delivery on site, and we are using Roof Depot because FO has, a very good relationship with them, and most of the roofing, project that we've done this year, we use Roof Depot because of their prices and the quality that they give. So if you want to know more about them, I think FO has more information about them, so you can get in touch with FO. For those that will be using FO for your project, I believe FO can give you more information about them, how they do their things. And then, I mean, if you're happy, you can always ask for quote, right? You can ask them to come to your site, take measurements, and give you their estimate. You compare it with other people, and you make your decision, right? So that is that for the company that we use is Roof Depot, and we are using self lock, which is 0.5 mm, right? We went with 0.5 because we are by the coast side. As you all know, we are by the beach. So yeah, I have to go with a little thickness has to be a little bit high, right? So that's very important. And the red, actually, I wasn't looking for a red color. I know I want like a ocean blue, like because it's close to the beach. I wanted the color of the ocean, just for that kind of, that vibe, because as you can see, I have an opening at the back. And yeah, because I can see my roofing, I can see the roof because I have the opening at the back. So I was looking for a blue, but what I learned is that the red color has something. I don't know, they said the color or the spray, whatever, it has some chemicals that prevents rusting quickly. So that is why the red is good, for this particular project. And I mean, the red doesn't look bad, so I accept it. And you can see my neighbors also has red there. There's a church behind which you saw earlier on, and then the house, they are all having the red. So I mean, it blends with the environment. So red is accepted. Initially also, my team was looking at using a slate, right, which is what we did for the beach project, right, using a slate, because the beach project is not far from, this project, which is my personal project. It's not far away. And then we were looking at, using a slate, but I didn't like it because I wanted to use this side, right, this side as like to install my solar, right, install all the solar installation there, the panels and everything. I want it to be there so that at least it's easy to clean it, right, because like I said, there's space to just come to this side easily. So I was looking at working on this part sometime, right? So I thought the slate won't be a good idea, but using the slate for the top will be all right. But still, because of the how the sun rises and the sun sets, as you can see, it is 12 o'clock, right? It is afternoon, and you can see the shade, so we don't have much sun ray on the middle part. So I would need the last floor also to install my solar panels there. So I decided to go with but I mean, using a slate will cut down the cost, and also, the slate has long, lifespan. And also, yeah, we can also paint it, like the same thing we did with the beach project. If you haven't seen my beach project, you go to my playlist, you see the amazing job we did over there with that project. So this is the second level. So you can see the finishes of the roofing sheet after it has been installed. Very nicely done. Like I said, this is aluminum. This is pure aluminum. We will look at the cost, shortly. So one thing that I haven't mentioned is that we haven't done the ceiling noggins for, this particular project yet, right? We only did the woodwork which will hold the roof, but when it comes to POP and also the plaster board, the ceiling noggins hold those things, but we haven't done that yet, right? So just pay attention that that is still yet to be done. We still have wood, from the last purchase we did to use it for that. So I just want to mention that. So this is the final result from the inside, right? So this is the second level, and this is the final result, how it looks from the inside, and this is how it looks from the outside, right? This is the finishing. It's a self-locked, and this view is from the penthouse, which is the last level, right? This is the view you get if you are, I think this is when you are in the washroom. Yeah, this is the windows from the washroom, which is the one bedroom that I have at the top. I think later we will go through, we'll have a little walkthrough for me to, give you a little, house tour of the penthouse, right? Of the penthouse. I think I have new subscribers who haven't seen, this project yet. So I'll give you a little history about this project, and maybe if you are interested to know more and how we started and how we got this thing done. I mean, this is a motivational video, or let me say a motivational project for you to, you know, watch if you want to build something, that you really appreciate in the future, right? This is, I would say, I mean, it costs money to build, but the way I did this, I mean, you won't feel it that you are putting so much money into your project. I mean, it's been almost 4 years, right, in construction, but we just step by step, we take it easy. So let's get into the cost breakdown as they are busy doing the last floor. I mean, it is the same thing they did with the second floor. So let's get into the cost estimate. So before we get into the cost estimate, I would like to state that this whole roofing work was done in the month of September 2024, right? So just so that you take notice of the cost and the rate, right? So as we all know, the total cost for the woodwork, the carpentry work, everything was 13,720 Ghana cedis, and then the total cost for the roofing sheet is 31,532 Ghana cedis. So to break it down, the cost of the 0.5 mm aluminium self-lock and its accessories came to a cost of 30,053 Ghana cedis, and then the labor work, right, the installation of the roofing sheet was 1,478 Ghana cedis, right? So making a total of 31,532 Ghana cedis. So this is the total cost of the roofing sheet and its installation, right? So this is the company that I bought it from. That is their contact details there. This is a company that we've used, for most of our projects. So if you want a cost estimate, if you want them to do your job for you, you can get in touch with them and you deal with them directly, right? Or if you want more information, FO can help you to get access to them and get things done. So now the big question is, how much did it cost in total for the whole roofing work, which is the woodwork and then the roofing sheet itself. And the woodwork, like I said earlier on, is 13,720 Ghana cedis, and then the total for the roofing sheet, which is 31,532 Ghana cedis, making a total of 45,252 Ghana cedis, which is 2,835 US dollars, right? So this is the total cost of the roofing. I mean, this is how much I have spent on this project. Like I said, I didn't get the quote for the labor work for the wood, right? So I mean, your price will be a little bit different. Maybe if you should add 200 euros more to it, making it like 3,000. So this is what we did with the roofing, right? So I'll use this opportunity to say a big thank you to the team for their effort and help. I mean, they've played a major role to make this thing possible. As you saw when I started with the roofing, the coordination and everything. I mean, kudos to the teams, and I really do appreciate having guys like this, and that's why I'm sharing them with you guys. They can make it happen for you as well, right? So if you have a project and like you want a team you can work with, Gigo, consider using Gigo Production Group, and that's why I created this channel to use my project as example to see how they will work. And if everything goes right, I mean, you see it for yourself. I mean, they are not doing it you know, because of me, right? If you see, we did a lot of roofing projects before they come in here. Like I told you earlier this year, that this year is a year of roofing, and that is what we've delivered to you. Next year is going to be more of plastering, electrical works, plumbing finishes. So just stay tuned for that. So this is the last floor, which is the penthouse, and this is the reason why I abandoned my own personal first project to come here, just because of this view, right? So I mean, when we started with the foundation, it was my father just building something small, and then I came to make a drone shot and I saw this view from the drone shot and I said, this is what I want, right? I wanted to have this view, so I just created this small room here. This is the kitchen. There's going to be a kitchen stroke a bar, and this is the bedroom, which I think it can also be like a sitting area or something. I'll just think about it. This is just a place to relax, and chill with friends. This is going to be like a lounge or a sitting area. When I started with this project, I had a mindset, but after 4 years, I mean, my mindset has changed, right? When I started this building thing, it was all about me and my friends, and we're gonna have fun, we're gonna chill. But I mean, construction is not easy, man. Construction is not for the weak. When you start, if you're a boy, it will make you a man, right? Now I don't even think about friends, and I mean, when you are looking for those friends, you wouldn't even see them, you wouldn't even find them anywhere, right? They all disappear because you don't have money to go out to chill with them anymore. Everything is coming to this project, and this is not their project, right? This is your dream, right? It is not their dream, it is your dream. So you have to focus to build your dream, right? So still, work is still going on. The guys are still doing the plastering for the top. They didn't finish it before the guys came for the roofing. So this is the polytank area, which I'm already having different, ideas for this place. I think this is the favorite place for me with the whole house because of the view. When we're here, the view you get. But it's for the polytank. We're going to keep two polytanks for the pressure. So that when we taking shower, we'll have some pressure there. But I mean, I'm really falling in love with that place. Just sitting there quietly, reading your book or just minding your own business there. Yeah, so this is the gutter. We still have a lot of work to do. I mean, as you can see what I shared in my previous video, that we have to make the slope. The work is still not done yet. We still have a lot of work to do with the coping. I mean, the parapet. Hidden roof is not cheap. Trust me, hidden roof is not cheap. My contractor really advised me about that. I didn't listen. It was like hidden roof. The only thing with hidden roof is that it is just the style. It's just the beautification of it, right? It doesn't give any purpose. It doesn't serve any purpose to that. It makes it look beautiful, but the cost is not cheap. I mean, you have to go do all of these things with hidden roof, right? If you go with a hip roof, it's just simple. Your wood, you don't have to do coping. I mean, some people do coping, which makes it look nice, but you don't have to do so much because the coping is underneath the hip roof, right? The slope is underneath the slope, so you don't have to do this. I mean, we are not done here. We still have to, do waterproofing. We have to I mean, if you check in my Ibri amount from project, right, using fiber and tiling, some have to tile it or you have to use waterproof chemicals and all. I mean, hidden roof is not cheap. So if you are building your house and you're thinking of going with a hidden roof and you want to be safe from leakage in the future, just know that it's not cheap, right? The way to get out of it is to just open the back. So you don't do the hidden roof for the back. The back will be open. So when it rains, the water just goes, right? But if you really want to do all round hidden roof, trust me, it is not cheap. It is not cheap, right? It is not cheap. It's expensive to do, a hidden roof. It's very expensive. But I mean, it's for the beautification, right? And once again, the view, if you are here, you can see all the way to the harbor, Tema, the oil refinery that is in Tema. You have view of that, especially at night. Wow, at night you see all the ships, the boats that are going to harbor. Now you don't see because of the weather, but at night because of the light, you see all the ships line up going to the harbor. And I mean, I'm happy that I've gotten to this stage, but it hasn't been easy. I mean, my first 1,000 subscribers will testify to this, how we started with this journey. It's been 4 years, right? It's been 4 years, but gradually, step by step process, the same thing that I share on the channel. That's how we were able to get this thing done. As I said in my previous video, I've never seen like 30,000 Ghana cedis cash or seen 2,000 euros cash, right? When I get paid, I just take what I need, to survive, and then the rest I just have to push it down there to get something done. Even not to get something done, at least buy some materials, do some deposit, right? And that is how far we've gone. I'm not saying you should build a bigger house. I mean, I wouldn't repeat this again in my life. Maybe when I get rich in the future, yes. But I mean, as a young guy, I'd rather put up an investment project, right? I would be happy if this was an apartment. Then I know for sure, there will be money coming out. But I mean, this is a personal project, for family. And like I said, when I started, it was more about family and friends, chill out and have do all those things. I mean, this is something we will share in another episode, right? For the young guys that want to start building. I know most of you want to do it, with friends, and it's all about the vibe. But trust me, when you get to a certain stage, you will lose those friends. That friends won't be there when you are done with your house because it is not their dream, right? It is your dream, right? So if you are still here, meaning, I mean, you are a true Gigo fan and you've stayed till the end of, this episode. And this brings us to the end of the structural work of this project, this Pam Pam project. So someone will ask, how much did it cost you to build this project from foundation till this state? And in our last cost breakdown, we know that the total cost of the block work, right, and all the concrete work for this project was 305,302 Ghana cedis. And today we know that the total cost of the roofing is 45,252 Ghana cedis, right? So this makes a total sum of 350,554 Ghana cedis, right? I won't convert it into the US dollars because when I started with this project, I was buying a bag of cement for like 34 Ghana cedis, and now it is almost like 100 Ghana cedis. I was buying a block, right, for like 3 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos, and now it is like almost 7 Ghana cedis to 8 Ghana cedis, right? A ton of iron rod was going for 3,800, and now it's going for like 9,000 to like 10,000 Ghana cedis, right? So converting it won't make sense because it will make it look less in the US dollars because of how the cedis has been performing on the global market, right? So it will make it look less, but trust me, I mean, if you look at the prices I just mentioned, everything has doubled, right? So meaning if you want to build this in today's, currency, it will cost you roughly like maybe 600,000 Ghana cedis to build this in today. But it took me 4 years to get this thing done. So now the question is, will you be able to save this amount of money in 4 years? If the answer is yes, then start doing something now, right? You don't have to go big like this, right? I mean, you can just go one level or even two level, and that will reduce the cost, right? For me, I have to go to the third one because of the view that I'm looking for. So since we are done with the superstructure, the next phase is the finishings, right? So the plumbing, the electricals, plastering is still going on. So just stay tuned, right? I still have strategies that I'm using to build this house. Like I said, I don't have the money to go all in, right? But I have a method, I have a strategy that I'm using, and that's how I'm able to get to this phase, right? It's not that I'm building with huge money, no, it's just, the strategy that I'm using. So if you want to know more about it, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned for the next episode, and I will use this opportunity to say a big thank you for staying with me till this far. I really do appreciate your time spending on the channel. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode. Let's get to it.